Rajeswary Venkitaramanan. Now I am going to speak 120 words English shorthand dictation. I have already uploaded so many 120 dictations in this YouTube channel. So please go and practice all these dictations and translate into English. That is very, very important. The above book is written by me. It is second paper KGTE, second paper question answers in this book. If you buy this and study, it will be very helpful when you write the KGT examination lower and higher. Okay. Mr. Chairman, sir, the honorable member from the political party has started the discussion this afternoon. I was rather very much amused at the way in which he was trying to justify the deficit financing. It would have been rather wise for him if he had taken into consideration the various suggestions made by me, esteemed friend, with regard to the impact of deficit financing on the prices spiral and other things. I do not wish to dwell on what honorable member has said, excepting to say that his analysis of the deficit financing of earlier years was very much wrong. You are aware, Mr. Chairman, the last year when the budget was presented, the deficit was rupees 240 crores, but it has gone up to rupees 900 crores. One of the explanations given by honorable member as one tried to defend his own government is that the government had unexpectedly to spend about rupees 600 crores. I do not know what the unexpected expenditure is. At least he should have taken into considerations the savings which are contributed to reduce the deficit. I would only quote one instance, sir. In the last year's budget, there is the allocation in respect of Center Plan scheme that was pruned by about rupees 400 crores. Naturally, this amount of rupees 400 crores must have been available to reduce the deficit. In spite of that, the deficit has been rupees 900 crores. Mr. Chairman, I do not wish to say much on what honorable member has said. I would only deal with the current budget figures. I have a new observations to make before actually proceeding to speak on the provisions of the finance bill. One observation is with regard to the difference between the gross revenue receipts and the central revenue receipts. Mr. Chairman, the gross revenue receipts are made up of two figures, that is, the state revenue and the central revenue. Last year, against the figure of 12,000 crores for gross revenue, the state share was rupees 2,000 crores. This year, where there is a buoyancy in the gross revenue to 12 crores rupees with small states. Mr. Chairman, I would like you to note that last year it was 2,000 crores towards the state share, whereas this year it has come down to rupees 1,000 crores. That is true. 800 crores have been slashed down out on the share of estates revenues. That is 70% of it has been slashed down. We expect the government to come to us and explain why it has been slashed down. My fear is that this is purely a window dress figure, and we expect that this amount will have to be given to the states, and the budget deficit will not be rupees 1,200 crores that we are now anticipating. It may be at least about rupees 2,000 crores. That is the first observation that I want to make. Then, this deficit has not taken into account two other factors that have been admitted by the finance minister which should also be taken into consideration. One is the additional expenditure of rupees 200 crores on account of payment of dearness allowance to the central government staff. And the second factor is reduction in sugar levels. If these two things were taken into consideration, the deficit, I'm afraid, may go up beyond 2,000 or 300,000 crores of rupees. What should be the impact of this deficit of type of deficit financing? I know the present opposition party people have been telling us that there cannot be any impact on the prices and other things, but actually they will have to judge the impact of it only from the one angle. The angle is what is the pattern of expenditure. If the pattern of expenditure is productive and if the production and supply of goods increases, then I admit that the prices would stabilize or would come down. Mr. Chairman, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that nearly 60% of this expenditure is on non-plan. With kind regards, yours, Honorable Member.